In colleges and universities throughout America, we present from Hollywood your All-American College Show. Brought to you by the Colgate-Palmolive Company, makers of new Ultra Bright toothpaste. Ultra Bright gives your mouth sex appeal. And by new Palmolive dishwashing liquid that softens hands while you do dishes. Now, here's your host, Dennis James.
Thank you. Kind of makes me feel like a freshman again. You know, I had an opportunity to watch the performers that you're going to see tonight in rehearsal. Let me tell you, they are really, really exciting. Our staff has held tryouts in colleges all over this country of ours. They've chosen these acts to bring here to Hollywood to compete for $1,000 in cash. And the winner tonight, of course, will come back to our semifinals, and each winner of each show would hope, after getting into the semifinals, to go into the finals and to be our champion. Now, we've invited 3 stars, as you now know, to be our judges, to judge these performers, and we'll meet those in just a few seconds. But first, I would like to tell you that at the end of the show, we always have a surprise for our winning contestant. We have one important star to make the presentation as the presenter. And for today's show, it's one and only Art Linkletter. We'll hear from him later. Now, suppose we meet our judges. The first judge certainly is a young man who knows talent from his own experience in both recordings and pictures. He is now a golfer more than he is a performer. He's Frankie Avalon. Here he is. Our next judge took the beautiful way to stardom. The ever-gracious Gabor. The third judge is usually the captain of the Enterprise on Star Trek. Ladies, it's William Shatner. And last but not least, these young performers who work on this stage tonight have the backing of one of the finest musical aggregations in all the world under the leadership of Ivan Ditmars. Your All-American College Show. In just a matter of seconds now, we'll get the show underway, but I just want to greet Frank and welcome him back from Australia down under. And one thing about Frank I know, he started his whole career winning a talent contest. Isn't that so?
That's right, Dennis. I'm from Philadelphia, and we had a show called The Children's Hour. Of course, it's nothing like this. I mean, this is really like the top of show business.
You got a little piano player?
Well, that's all we had was one piano player, and of course, you've got a beautiful 12-piece or 15-piece band there. And the prize was a little different because the first prize here is $1,000, isn't it?
Plus the fact that they're seen by so many millions and millions of viewers thanks to the Colgate-Palmolive.
Well, when I was on the Children's Hour, first prize was a $25 savings bond.
But look at where he went today. America's richest man outside of Art Linkletter. And I know for sure that this is America's richest woman, Zsa.
I wish you were right. I absolutely do.
Zsa, thank you very much for coming.
Well, I'm so happy to be here.
You're going to be thrilled with these performers. And Bill, you too. I know that you've got a very busy schedule, and we want to thank you for coming, and you're going to be thrilled that you did.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bill's got an album out, you know. He's a recording star now as a vocalist, and so he knows what it means to get an opportunity to be seen and heard, don't you?
Well, indeed I do. I know that these kids are anticipating facing an audience, a little nervous, but when they see the orchestra that they have supporting them, they're really in trouble, actually.
All right, on that note, let's get the show underway. You've met the judges. They'll choose us a winner. You'll see our talent in just a moment. But first, here is a message. I mentioned our sponsor about a great product from the Colgate-Palmolive Company. It's right here. Tonight come from California State College at Long Beach. They're the Dick Carpenter Trio. And this gentleman right here, this handsome boy, is the leader. He is Dick. He plays the organ. Actually, it's not an organ, is it?
Electric piano.
Electric piano. And, of course, the young lady on the drums is Karen, his younger sister. Now, Karen used to hear Dick play, and she used to get so filled with rhythm that she'd play on the kitchen chairs and the table. And finally, she decided, well, I better get some drums. She did that and decided to play along with Dick. So that was two of them. And she's been going strong ever since. Incidentally, she's a fine singer, too, you're going to find out. Now, the third member of this group is a man who has a name that's a little bit difficult for me to pronounce, but it's Bill Sisoyev. Right. I did it! Sisoyev! All right. This group plays rock, roll, and they play jazz, and they play blues, you name it. Right now, they're going to play Dancing in the Street. From California State at Long Beach, the Dick Carpenter Trio. Here they are. Trio from Cal State at Long Beach. At this point, I'd like to mention that our boys and girls' home away from home in Los Angeles is the Sheraton Wilshire Hotel in the heart of the Wilshire Center in Los Angeles. And speaking of home, here's something we're always at home with, particularly in our house, a product made by the Colgate-Palmolive Company. Because our next guest comes from a proud school with a proud name, Notre Dame of South Bend, Indiana. The young man that you see in the background behind me has just finished his senior year and is entering medical school. He wants to be a doctor, but his second love is to sing. And he certainly has been doing that for some time because he's the tenor soloist for the Notre Dame Glee Club. So here then from Notre Dame, Wayne Phillips to sing the beautiful ballad, Try to Remember. Wayne Phillips. Judges, and Zsa Zsa said how wonderful the show is and how exciting she is for the show because she's starting a new show of her own called Zsa Zsa Darling. And she wants our show to be a success, and I think it will with talent like you, Wayne, really. And some of the other people they're going to meet. The Wayne Phillips from Notre Dame, then. Right now, let's watch this message about one of the great products from a great company, Colgate-Palmolive. We go to the University of California at Los Angeles. Now, UCLA, you know, one of the most beautiful times of the day on any college campus, and I'm sure all these youngsters will agree, is when the hard work of the studies is all over, sort of toward twilight, and all the youngsters meet at the campus mall to just sort of listen to their favorite music. As I say, this happens on campuses all over America, including UCLA. From there, we have three fellows and a pretty girl who call themselves The Gallery. Now, they've been singing together for about 2 years, I would say. And last year, they were among the winners of the famous UCLA Spring Sing. The young lady that you'll see back there, besides being beautiful, is also extremely intelligent, girls, because she was intelligent enough to wear the Phi Beta Kappa key, and that means intelligent. The group specializes in modern folk music, very particular about their own sound. They make their own arrangements. So to find out why a long-time man feels bad, we're at UCLA and The Gallery.
It makes a long-time man feel bad. It makes a long-time man feel bad. I don't get no letters. I don't hear from home. It makes a long-time man feel bad. Alberta, let your hair be gone, oh Lord. My father, he must be gone. It takes a long time, man, feel bad. It makes a long time, man, feel bad. I don't get no letters, I don't hear from home. It makes a long time, man, feel bad.
The gallery from UCLA has a pretty picture in there, too. Now, the gallery just did A Long Time Man. Well, I just want you to know that I'm a long time man who's been a great big fan of a great company, the company that makes this product, Colgate Palmolive. Attractive young lady from Northwestern University at Evanston, Illinois. She is Linda Mabs, and Linda is majoring in music education. Although she wants to be an opera or musical comedy star more than anything in this whole world of ours, she does know it's not an easy task. She's been soloist with the Northwestern Symphonic Band for the past 3 years now, and you'll see why they're so proud of her and how we are proud of her as she sings As Long as He Needs Me. Here then is Linda Mabs. From Northwestern University. I just want to say, audience, don't you agree with me? You have seen just about the most wholesome group of youngsters you'll ever see anywhere at any one show in America you can go. That's what our colleges are made up of. All right, judges, you've seen all the acts. Now it's up to you to choose the winner for us. Our judges work on a point system, and the combined results then give us the winner. The lovely voices that you're hearing right now, listen to them a minute. Those are our guest choir, led by Milton Young. And while the judges are reaching a decision, we have to pause here once more. And it's a pleasant respite because we're going to hear about a really fine product from Colgate-Palmolive. Right at this point, my hands start to perspire a little bit. I never quite get used to knowing that pretty soon the winner is going to be announced. And the person that's going to announce that winner is our presenter tonight, one of the best known and best loved men in all of television, one of the all-time great masters of ceremonies, who has proven conclusively that people are funny. There's always a house party at his place. It's Art Linkletter. Come on out, Art.
Well, in the last 35 years, I've seen a lot of talent on a lot of stages all over the world. I think these kids are just great. And I'd bet that some of them will be getting top billing someplace before too long. Incidentally, I got my start in show business while I was in college. San Diego State, 1933. I was in a musical comedy there, and somebody heard me on radio, it was in those days. And before long, I was catapulted to stardom as a $120 a month radio announcer. That's what I got. But seriously, I think it's a great thing you're doing here on this All-American College show, because not only does the public have a chance to enjoy entertainment that ordinarily is confined just to the campus, but the youngsters have a perfect setting for their talent, because producers and talent agents whose doors are pretty hard to knock down here in Hollywood and in New York are sitting at home and can watch them, audition them from the comfort of their own sets. And don't think they aren't watching shows like these. I know. I've had young people like, well, Jimmy Rogers was one I can think of to go from to stardom from my show, House Party, and the Hollywood Talent Scouts. And it's a great thrill to cheer these young people on. So right now, Dennis, who have the judges selected as the winner tonight?
Let the curtains open and leave us find out. I have the card, Jaja.
Before I show you the card, I must say that everybody was so wonderful, and I wish that everybody could win. Here is the card.
All right.
And I wish that everybody could win, too. But the winner is Jaja. Oh, no. Is this the winner?
Yes, it is.
The Carpenter Trio from Cal State, Palm Beach.
Shatner, the check for $1,000. Who gets the check? You get everything, don't you? Who gets Jaja? Is this a thrilling moment for you? Are you the spokes lady?
I'd say, yeah, well, I guess so, yeah, wow.
Yeah, well, wow. All right, this is Dennis James saying, yeah, wow, wow. Thanks to Jaja and to Frankie, Avalon, William Shatner, and watch the show next week, your All-American College show. See you real soon. Bye now.
Congratulations. Your All-American College show is brought to you by the Colgate-Palmolive Company, makers of new Ajax Double Bleach Cleanser. 2 bleaches are better than 1. And by Baggies, all-purpose plastic bags to keep all foods protected.